I'll consider it. I'll tell you what, you can file whatever you want to file, and then the state, you can, make whatever arguments you want to make, counsel.
Excuse me, may I hug my mom?
Okay, quick legal note that may I hug my boy moment? That's actually a big deal. Judges often deny physical contact in court because of security protocol. It may feel cold, but it's standard practice to prevent emotional escalation. Still, you can feel that mother's heartbreak already, right? What would you do if you were in her place?
No, you'll have to talk to the deputies. They're in charge of security. Counsel, yes. All right. And are you Mr. O'Neal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your applications. Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, we have some witnesses. Your Honor.
All right. Call your first witness.
Before I do, Your Honor, I have some letters that I wanted to present the court on his behalf, and I believe, and I did give a copy to the state, and I believe they were opposed to my doing so. So I wanted to give them an opportunity to speak to that.
All right. Any objections to the court reviewing the letters?
Yes, Judge, I'm going to oppose their hearsay. I can't cross-examine the witnesses on those statements, and I don't believe they're sworn statements either, so I'm going to object to them.
Well, Your Honor, I've produced, these have nothing to do with the incident. They're only about the character.
Boom, there it is. The judge just overruled the prosecution's objection. Those letters? Technically hearsay, since the writers can't be cross-examined. But here's the twist. During sentencing, judges have way more flexibility. They can consider almost anything that gives context about the defendant's character. So even though it's not sworn testimony, it still shapes how the judge feels about Cullen. What do you think? Should character letters matter in court?
And the information about the defendant, I think it's part of the court's duty.
So with regards to whether they're hearsay or not, the court needs to review it to see if it is hearsay. And then
You can rule.
if the court determines it is hearsay, then the court can always disregard. The court understands your objections. The court is going to overrule those objections. The court will take these into consideration in sentencing.
And what is your relationship with Cullen?
Yes, I'm his mother.
And could you tell me a little bit, was Cullen raised in San Antonio?
He was raised in
Okay.
San Antonio, born in Japan, but came here shortly after that because his late father was in the military.
And how long was his father in the military?
24 years,
What branch was he in?
Air Force.
Are you also in the military?
No, sir, I'm not. I work as a civil servant, but not now because I'm furloughed.
Because the government is
Yes,
shut
that is
currently
correct.
shut down.
That is correct.
For the Air Force?
I do work for the Department of Defense. That's correct. Air Force. Yes, at the Air Force Civil Engineers Center.
So Cullen's father passed away 7 years ago, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
2018.
how did that, from your perspective, and was Cullen living with you at the time?
Yes, sir, he was.
And how did this affect him? The death of his father?
Hugely. It affected all of the kids, right? My daughter as well, but I think it struck Cullen much harder, right? Because of that father figure that he had in his life, and also that father figure to hold him accountable.
And how many siblings and other members of the family did he grow up with?
Yes, he has a younger sister who's not here to testify today, ma'am. One of the letters was from her. She's full-time in college and couldn't come. And then he has a stepsister as well.
And could you describe his upbringing, his childhood? Was it normal? Was it good?
Yes, sir. It was good. I would say it was good. He got everything he wanted, you know what I mean? One of those. And I did the best to raise him, with my husband and then as a single mom after my husband passed away.
Did Cullen go to school?
He did. He graduated. He's got a diploma.
He's got a diploma. He had to get a GED, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He
But
did.
He did.
He struggled a lot in school with ADHD and also so he has struggled with that throughout his life since he's been little, right? Hard to concentrate, anxiety, right?
And has he been employed, generally speaking, since he got out of high school?
Yes, sir. He has. He has.
Has he always sought employment?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, has Cullen ever been convicted of anything, any crimes in his
No,
life?
sir. No, sir. This is so outside of his character. And I have never witnessed this type of behavior in him.
Okay.
Which is, why this is so shocking. I've had so many conversations with him, and I think he regrets what happened, right? I feel like from his personality, this is just not something he typically would have done. And I feel like that it was a mistake. He just made a poor decision, a very poor decision.
And he's always lived at home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so you've gotten to know his friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And would you say, based on your knowledge and your observation, are his friendships appropriate age-wise?
Yes, sir. I've never seen anyone under legal age at my house. That's another thing I think that my daughter wrote in her letter, that even when I'm not there, she didn't witness that either as well. His relationships have always been with people of age, which is why this incident was so outside of his normal character.
And has he had friendships that were long-standing? In other words, friends that he's had for many years?
Oh, yes, yes. He has friends that he went to kindergarten with, right? And one is here today, actually, so.
Now, you know that we're here to ask the judge to place Cullen on community supervision
Yes,
for
sir.
adjudication.
Yes.
You think that he could succeed on community supervision?
Yes, sir, I do. I do. I very much do. I think that he needs that discipline, right? Of being able to check in continually. He's been on an ankle monitor for the last year and a half and has done that very successfully, right? To be able to check in and be accountable to that. I think that he can give back to society by working and doing other things while he was on probation versus if he was incarcerated.
And, okay, what's your relationship with Cullen? How long have you known him?
I'm a family friend of approximately 14 years.
Do you remember how you first met the family?
I worked with Cullen's mom.
Okay. Was that in the Department of Defense
Yes.
area?
Yes.
Are you still working there?
No, sir, I retired July 25th this year.
And in the course of working with his mother, did you get to know Cullen a little bit?
Yes, I would go to their house for holidays and dinners and cookouts and whatnot.
What did you observe about Cullen during your period of knowing him?
He's a good kid. He was raised well. I watched how him and his sister were raised. They were raised well. They did well.
Did you have occasion to see him with other young people?
I met one or two of his friends when we were all at the house. They're good kids.
And did you ever hear about anything that he might have done other than this incident that raised concerns for you?
No.
And you also work in pet safety or something?
Animal rescue. Yes.
Animal rescue.
Yes.
So you observed what happened today and you were
Yes.
familiar with it.
Yes.
So you do not condone bad behavior?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
you're hardcore on that.
Very.
Okay. And you know that what Cullen did was
This witness nails it. The difference between prison structure and probation structure. Powerful point. One is punitive, the other's corrective. And you can sense the courtroom weighing not just law but human redemption. This is where the case shifts from facts to faith in rehabilitation. Stick around, and this is where hearts, not just laws, get tested.
wrong.
Yes.
In spite of that, do you think that he could succeed on community supervision if the judge would give him that?
With structure, accountability and discipline and having to stay focused on that thing, yes, I do. I think he would do very well with that.
And do you think that would be a better outcome than sending him to prison?
I do.
Why is that?
There's prison structure and there's, I don't know the right legal term, but probation structure. And I think him being employed, being forced to do the right thing every single day in a more open environment would be more beneficial to him to grow as a young man.
You're acquainted with Cullen O'Neal, correct? How did you know Cullen O'Neal?
I've known Cullen since he met my son practically in kindergarten. And all of them all the groups of boys always played in the neighborhood, so I watched basically Cullen grow up since kindergarten.
Okay.
And he's always showed the utmost respect and yes, ma'am. And when I had groceries, he'd be the first to come help me take them out of the car. I had him spend the night several times. And I treated him like a son of mine. So
Okay.
this is totally out of character.
Mhm.
But
What is your son's name?
Daniel.
Daniel, and he is a friend and grew up with Cullen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is Daniel here?
Yeah.
Daniel, okay. Now, would you, if you had had any issues with Cullen as far as his influence, would you have allowed Daniel